Yeah, come through. Assalamu alaikum, how are you? Great to see you, bro.
Oh, Muslim legend.
Ahmad, how are you? Yeah, come. We're live.
You invite some people to give them some Quran or something, you know?
Oh yeah, we could turn this into a Dawah table. I'm gonna finish soon, so maybe we can actually convert it to a Dawah table.
Yeah, we just have one not far from here anyway.
Oh, 1 minute dollar table. It's maybe.
You were in Times Square?
Yeah, for a bit.
So how was it today?
Great actually. I like the Dawah here actually.
I got one Shahada today, just now.
MashaAllah.
During the 1 minute podcast, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, first one.
Where are they from?
He was from Brooklyn, black dude. He had heard about Islam. Someone gave him a Quran before, and
Our kid gave him a Quran, and that's the thing, bro. Kids are also love Islam.
then he's like, I'm thinking about it, so I got him to take a shot.
SubhanAllah.
That's great.
No, and it's interesting as well. You find a lot of the groups that they will label as minorities, most of them accepting Islam more than other races, I would say. In my experience, are obviously women, majority women, like 3 out of 4 people accepting Islam. Just a woman accepted Islam today.
MashaAllah.
You know, yeah, you find more resistance from the men, but less resistance from the women in general. So
Why isn't that minority men? Why do you think white guys have
desires, isn't it? They're thinking about, you know what, I want to go to the club, the bar, drink alcohol, go with my friends, do all of these things. And they're thinking, you know what, if there is restrictions when it comes to these aspects, then I don't want to do it. They think Islam limits you from doing fun. Sure, you had, when you were with us, I don't know, would you say that fun or not? I would say I had a lot of fun, right? So fun is not necessarily related to doing something haram. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Doing something which is not acceptable. You can do anything and you can have fun. And I think if that fun is going to long-term destroy my life, it's not a smart decision for me to call it fun. There's nothing fun about destroying my life, is it?
What's your experience been like so far in New York City and being around this place? I was telling Sheikh Usman was here earlier how doing this podcast right here helped me become a Muslim, because I started out asking questions like, is it okay to be fat? And they'd be like, I don't know. I asked, are men and women equal? They don't know like the answer to very simple things, and nobody had any sort of moral like consistency, or they didn't know the answers to simple questions. Everybody knows men and women are not equal, but they were trained to say that they are equal because of feminism and this stuff. So asking these questions more, I really wanted to go seek the truth, and then I ended up at Islam. Have you noticed being around this place and interacting with these people?
Yeah, I've noticed actually liberalism is more prevalent here than it is in the UK, because it is prevalent in the UK. But when I did not speak to many people. When I spoke to some people, giving them da'wah, you always hear this idea of as long as you don't harm anyone else, you can do whatever you want. You know, you can drink, you can gamble, you can take drugs, you can sell drugs. One guy was saying, isn't that harming someone else? Like, of course it's harming someone else. So we see liberalism is slightly a bit more prevalent here. And this idea of just, just live your life, be good to people, and that's fine. Obviously, that's not the case. And you always tell them that God also has to be in the picture. My experience so far, New York specifically, New Jersey I didn't have much experience, right? I was at the conferences, 3 days, 3 conferences, right? But when it comes to New York, I would say it's very similar to London, but less clean in a way. More drug addicts around the streets, and people are more liberalized in a way. That's what I would say, really, if I were to put it. Because London has more diversity outside. It's more diversity. It does.
When I say right now, there's so many different people.
Yeah, but when I say diversity, I mean something different. I mean actually people with their actual cultures. Because what I see here, I see different colors, different ethnicities, but they're kind of all consider themselves American and holding the American culture.
Specifically New Yorkers.
Yeah.
New Yorker is an ethnicity.
Yeah, in a way, right? This is what I'm saying. But in the UK, they're actually holding on to their culture in a way, right? Or they're holding on to their identity. Right. So you can see differences when I talk about diversity. That's what I mean. But yes, of course, it's different. Maybe more races here even when it comes to that. But
are you a good person, Muhammad Ali?
I try to be. The one who determines who's good and bad is Allah, not me. So that's why there's something called Judgment Day in Islam. The one who judges is Allah.
Bro, this is a great answer, bro. I'm trying. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to be a better person. I'm not good. I'm a good person. I can't say that because it's me. It will make you arrogant person. Oh, I'm good person. Yes, I'm good person. But yeah, I think I got this answer, bro. Alhamdulillah. But I didn't have I didn't have this answer before.
And someone can be in the appearance a perfect person for people, especially online and social media, because you clip what you want and you put on what you want and you upload what you want. You have control, right? But in reality, deep down in their heart, they're not, right? And the first three people that they would be in the hellfire, some of them will be a person who went to fight for the sake of Allah. And he would say, oh, I did it for your sake, but he didn't do it for the sake of Allah. He did it so people can say he's brave.
And
One guy
shaykh.
who was seeking knowledge and teaching. He did it so people can
Alim.
praise him. A
Alim.
person reciting the Quran. These people,
Scholar.
they are not necessarily doing it for God, even though people will think these are the best people in existence. But as long as the intention is not there, this is actually a sin rather than a reward. Because when you do it for the people, you associate with God. So instead of doing it for the sake of God, you're doing it for the people and God, or for the people only. So you're worshipping other than God in reality in the action that you're doing. That's why it's called riya, shirk, right? It's a different form of shirk. So when you ask somebody, are you a good person? That's a trick question in a way in Islam, right? Because Allah says in the Quran, وَلَا تُزَكُّوا أَنفُسَكُمْ, do not praise yourselves. So a good person will never say I'm a good person, right? And a bad person even is not going to admit. Some of them would, but they wouldn't even admit. So whichever way you respond, if you say I'm a bad person, then people say it's fake humbleness. If you say I'm a good person, people say you shouldn't praise yourself. So either way, it's a trap question.
You know me, man. I trap people.
That's okay.
Bro, you have to always analyze your intention, because as a Muslim, we have to analyze our intention, because intention is everything for us. If your intention is wrong, then if you do good deed in this dunya, then afterlife you won't get anything. So please be clear, clarify your intention, always analyze this. And when you do something, when you gonna say something or give someone to for sake of Allah, and your intention is, and you have to think about that, what's your intention, why you give them, okay, why you gave them money and lots of things, bro. Yeah, we have to analyze our intention, because intention will make you closer to God, or you will go to Jannah. For this, you will go to Jannah or Jahannam. So intention is your intention good? If that answer yes, then you go to Jannah. And if your intention is wrong, then go to Jahannam. Astaghfirullah. May Allah protect us. May Allah protect us from those things, bro. We want to enter in Jannah, inshallah.
Okay.
What was the biggest change of mind you've had in the past 4 years?
That's a good question. The biggest change of mind I had is more reflection when it comes to death. I've realized that when you go into social media, the praise of people and these things can influence a person a lot. The experiences that you have on a day-to-day basis with people can
Hey, who is that guy?
influence you a lot. And you can change without noticing you're changing. I've noticed that can happen. And if you don't revise yourself and reflect upon what you do, you can get lost very easily and think then you is always you. But this is the interesting thing about social media. It's like if you watch your videos like 5 years ago, or 4 years ago, or 6 years ago, you would notice a completely different person in a way. Feel like this was a different human being living on the planet. It was not you. So you changes with time, right? And with social media, it's not necessarily a good change. So you notice that these things have a deep effect on your heart, just like Islam says, but you experience it in reality. And you have to check yourself, you have to revise yourself, and you have to correct yourself. Try to straighten your ways, basically.
Do you support Israel or Palestine?
Bro, is Muslim letter Muhammad Ali Arab? Because his accent kind of Arab like, Arab like, like he speak up, You know that. If you know that, then please comment, please. I need to know about that.
Of course, I support
Always
Palestine.
free Palestine. You
100%.
can see that.
There's no doubt about that. I support the Palestinian people.
Free Palestine. Free Palestine.
Of the right to stay in the land that is.
Oh my gosh. Always.
Theirs. Simple as that. I support people who are oppressed. I don't support someone who steals someone else's land and pretend that they're theirs. I don't support people who steal other people's culture and claim that it is theirs. I don't support people who steal other people's food and use different names. I don't support people who name streets with new names now because they had other names that they knew it's not theirs, right? So to Israeli things is not something I believe in. I don't Israeli people stuff, right? We believe that people we don't believe in oppression, killing women and children, bombing
Yes.
them indiscriminately.
Yes.
Absolutely, you have to support Palestine if you're human.
Islam doesn't teach us
You have to.
You have to be
those things.
a devil or from the devil or completely brain dead to support anything else.
One thing I can tell you've been thinking about is the collision between social media and Islam. How has that been for you? And also because you're very analytical of me, right? What have you noticed? Because I can tell you're a very introspective person about these two worlds colliding.
Social media and Islam.
Yeah.
What I can see recently is that Islam has become a viral thing. Like, it become very, very viral. You are a part of it. Andrew Tate is a huge part of it. The massive amount of celebrities accepting Islam. A lot of them are UFC fighters as well. You have many, many people from different backgrounds accepting Islam. But I think a lot of it is to do with Palestine, what's going on in Palestine, and Elon Musk allowing these things to take place. Because people have seen, okay, you know what? We've been told something about these people.
May Allah guide him, Elon Musk. And Islam is the fastest growing religion. We have to say religion, bro. No, this is the way of life. Islam is the way of life. Okay. May Allah guide him. May Allah guide Elon Musk. Because he have done good things.
We have an image that these people are the oppressors, the terrorists, the every other terms that they want to use. But we actually realize in this case that they are the ones being oppressed. We've realized the enemy was something else that no one was looking at, right? That now is people are starting to actually think and realize where the enemy actually is, right? So there is a huge change of people's perspective when it comes to Muslims and Islam, right? Because of social media, specifically Palestine and the recent events that took place, but social media in general. Because if you go back 20 years ago, you just get a newspaper and a TV. And whatever you're told, they all say the same thing because they're all bought by the same people.
Yeah.
And when you hear the same thing repeatedly, only that thing, you start believing this is the case. So now Islam has become a viral topic. And that is good and bad at the same time. You got people are more interested in Islam. You got more racists who are outwardly more racist against Islam. And you got people who try to use Islam in a way to get benefit. Like we got many channels now that say reacting towards Islamic content. Muslims are not care, they have no idea. Keep reacting. And what they end up doing is donate, help me, support. I'm very interested. I'm sincere. I want to talk to this person and that person. And they end up doing this for years and years and years. Some of them, bluntly will ask you from the beginning to end the video, donate, donate. Are you really interested in what you're saying as you claim you are, right? So you got these people who pretend. But the thing is this. A lot of Muslims are naive. Naive from what sense? They're very nice. They're very happy when they see someone else doing good. Very happy when they see someone else coming towards goodness, like Islam or something like that. So what they end up wanting to do is what? Let me support this guy. He might accept the truth one day, even though they might never in their life meet that guy ever. But they will still donate. They will still send him good messages. And I say to anyone who's not a Muslim, you can experience this yourself. All you do, just go on Twitter, say, I'm curious about Islam. Can I ask someone questions? And look, your post is gonna go viral. You don't really need to do something wrong, crazy, right? Or put I accepted Islam, probably go viral, right? Because Islam is a viral topic and because a lot of Muslims want good for others.
Is that good or bad?
That Muslims want good for others.
That Islam is going viral.
It's mostly good, I would say. Because look, with good there always comes a little bit of bad, when things comes to social media.
Islam, if Islam goes viral, then it's good. It's good for us. Then we will get lots of knowledge about, we'll get lots of new many Muslim. Yeah, like me, Islam.
But I would say it's majority
I can't
good.
say anything.
Because I would rather more people know about Islam, even if they're not going to accept it. For a simple reason. They would understand I'm not something that they thought I am. You will actually realize they're more educated now about what Muslims are, what Muslims do, etc. So I would say that it's better even if they don't accept Islam. Like some people think our goal is to make the whole planet Muslims. We know for a fact that Allah told us there will be believers and disbelievers. Allah told us certain people will never accept Islam, no matter how many signs you show them. We believe the prophets, the best of the messengers, they came and some of these prophets converted 0 people. No one accepted Islam with them. Because guidance is in Allah's hand, right? But delivery of the message is upon us. Because there are sincere people who are looking. So it's a responsibility upon me to deliver the message. At least these people will take the message, and they're looking for it. Today, that woman that I told you accepted Islam, she said word for word, I'm looking for the purpose in life. I'm looking for guidance. I need someone to guide me. And if we're not there, we don't have the table, Allah did not use us as a means, she'll go somewhere else. She'll go to the wrong people. She's looking for purpose. So at least delivering the message for those who are willing to accept the message. That's why you look at the life of the Prophet, and when he was in Mecca, it was Christians and Jews, and this. Why didn't he try to convert everyone? And there was laws allowing them to practice religion and worship and do whatever they wanted to do. But they pay jizya, which is a form of taxes for protection. They don't fight when the enemy army comes, right? And the people who pay jizya are only the adult males that are able to fight, not children, women, or priests, or monks, or that, right? But they lived in harmony. They're allowed to practice in their own courts, get married, and all of that. So yeah, it's essentially this way. Islam is not, there's no enforcing. And you're welcome to open the Quran, chapter 2, verse 256. Allah says there is no compulsion in acceptance of religion. Truth have manifest clearly from falsehood. Truth is clear, you know. When you go to someone and tell him, you know what, Jesus is not God, because God cannot be a man that cannot have a date of birth. You can say to him, a cow cannot be God, because you can slaughter it and eat it for dinner, right? You say to them that God cannot be millions of things. You say to them that God cannot choose a race because you don't choose where you're born, and you're the chosen people, that chosen race. I didn't choose where I'm going to be born. How is that fair and just? And I'm a goyim, evil person, just because I didn't choose where I'm going to be born. Right?
You're goy?
Well, I think so. This is the case, right? I'm goy, and we're not equal with the chosen people of God. Some people, and for in Islam, anyone can get guidance from God. That's it, and that's why it will make sense. And that woman is an example today. Everything she heard, she said, "That's exactly what I believe. I never believed Jesus was God. I never believed that I was born a sinner." I said, "You just have to tell them. It's not really your job to guide them, because the fitrah is there."
What advice would you give to give dawah to women?
What advice would I give da'wah to women? That's an excellent question. First,
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah. First, I would say women should give da'wah to women first. Number two, I would say that if in a case it's done publicly, obviously a man will have to do it, because if a woman is doing this, she'll end up getting attacked, she'll end up getting harassed. They already do without doing this, so imagine if they're doing it, right? So you would say how to give her da'wah the same way you give da'wah to a man. Simple. You tell them about Islam. You tell them there's one God worthy of worship. You tell them about Prophet Muhammad. Because the message of Islam is universal. It's for both men and women. Why do you think there's a different way of giving the message to men or women? Why do you assume it's different? It should be different.
You're right.
Same thing, same message, same book.
The one message.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you for coming on so much. I appreciate it. Assalamu alaikum. I love you for the sake of Allah. I'm going to end the stream.
Oh, again. Always. Many times I did that. I muted my microphone. Sorry. That was the good conversation between on 1 minute podcast. So with Muhammad Ali, as aka Muslim legend, and I got some. I think I've learned something from him, and that is one thing is about intention. Okay, and yeah, that's the one answer of this question is. Are you a good person? Yeah, I'm trying to be a better person. Answer this. I'm trying to be a better person. So, may Allah bless them all. May Allah guide us all. Assalamu alaikum. And spread the truth. Okay. Masalama. Goodbye.